Welcome to Great Day Live, a special Earth Day edition, and I love that our set is just stunning. The Waterfront Botanical Gardens hosting us here today, and it's a beautiful day. I feel like the sun's shining just for us for this special show. Jamie Burkhart is the Chief Horticultural and Educational Officer. I always have to read that title. It's
Correct.
super long.
I do too at times. So welcome, happy Earth Day.
Oh, happy Earth Day to you.
Welcome to the gardens. You know, it's been a couple years in the making, so you know we have everything perfect weather this morning. So welcome to the gardens. If you haven't been here before, I mean, did you realize that you were on top of a former landfill or a dump?
I did not know this until I visited for the first time. I'm ashamed to say, when I interviewed you for one of the interviews we're going to show later, just a couple of days ago, I was here. It's stunning to be here, but I feel like we're standing on top of the biggest Earth Day project ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's a historic site to begin with. So it was the Ohio Street neighborhood. The floods of the 37 and 1945 pretty much had the neighborhood kind of wiped out and moved on, so it became a dump. By 1970 or so, it was capped off. It sat vacant for roughly 30 years, and so we were looking for a like Louisville's been looking for a botanical garden for decades, if not, a couple of generations, and this was the site that we picked. We have some challenges, but ultimately, we are re-greening a brownfield site, so it's something sustainable. We're improving what was here so that generations coming after us can enjoy the beauty of what plants and nature can do on a former landfill.
We are here kind of in the center area. Kind of take us on a tour, if you will. I see the Grazer Family Education Center over this way. I feel like we are in kind of a walking educational hub, right? It is beautiful to be here, but I feel like the whole purpose, right, is learning. What can we do to protect our community?
Right. Well, plants, humans have connections with plants. We may take them for granted. We talk about, food. We get a lot of food from plants, but we get a lot of cultural and symbolic and nourishing qualities from plants. And so if you have a green thumb or you're trying to have a green thumb, grow what you enjoy and what you need and what you have success with. So here in the plaza, I mean, because it's been such a cool spring, luckily our tulips are still in bloom, but after the heat of this weekend, they may not be around anymore, but such is life here in Kentuckiana when it comes to getting close to Derby. But we still have daffodils in bloom, the fothergilla. Maybe later I'll get you a snippet of one of our viburnums. You'll fall in love with the smell. They're in full bloom right now. The redbuds are in bloom. Lots of great things to come out and just see what's out there, observe things, enjoy what's out around you, and even the insects and wildlife that will build on, what a healthy environment with plants has.
With the two education centers, the greenhouse behind me and this, what are these used for?
So the Grazer Family Education Center is used for larger symposium or lecture events, but it's also a rental facility. So like this morning, there is a corporate event going on. We also have weddings going on in there on weekends, particularly from April to about October or November.
You guys are going to have a busy year.
Yep, it always is.
A lot of makeup weddings.
Yeah, people are always getting married, which is great. And then the building, the Leslie Botanical Classrooms, has a teaching greenhouse and an actual learning lab, or a traditional classroom. And of course, we have a field trip coming, in a few more minutes this morning with I believe, kindergartners. So they'll be planting seeds and learning all about plants and getting excited about nature.
And this is just the beginning, right? Like, how many acres are actually developed, and then how many more acres to be developed?
Right, so the entire property is 23 acres, and we're in phase 1 of our 3 phases of master plan development, and right now there's about 4 acres that have been completed. Lots more things to come. I mean, the next big thing is our Japanese garden. Hopefully a lot of people have seen, the commentary online or some of the newspaper articles and the like. So we're in the middle of fundraising there. We'll be breaking ground later on this summer or early fall. That's 2.5 acres. We've already been starting a living bonsai collection that will be featured in part of the Japanese garden, and it will be an authentic Japanese garden. It won't be one of those where it's an American kind of idealized idea of what a Japanese garden is, but this will transport you to Japan.
All right, we know you got to get ready for those kids,
Yes.
So I'm going to let you go there. But coming up later in the show, we're going to show our conversation, what you guys are doing with Beargrass Creek, and also events throughout the year as well.